Okay, so this is the first video that I am making for the devlogs of what was once untitled Grocery Store Roguelike, now AisleOmega. This was supposed to be one giant 43-minute video, but I decided that would be way too much, so I decided to split it into 4 videos instead. I hope you enjoyed the content. The last 3 videos won't have greetings or goodbyes, except for the very last one, which only has a goodbye. So, I hope you gain a lot of information from this. I sure have. And, enjoy my content. Hello, I'm Tetris. Before, as you can see, I used to make Let's Plays, but I've been playing around with the idea of making devlogs for my projects that I work on. Right now I'm working on a thing called Untitled Grocery Store Roguelike. It's heavily inspired by a Flash game you may know called Loot Hero. I enjoyed that game a lot, but I felt that it was a little redundant after a while, repetitive after a while, so I decided to remake it. So, I already have the basics, like a fraction of the basics, really. What Loot Hero did was, it basically had this movement system where the position of your mouse determines how fast you're going. And when you click the mouse, you move depending upon how far the mouse is to either pull, you could say, either side of the screen. So I decided to replicate that and add an option for using the arrow keys. This is what I have right now. Okay, so you can see that it lets you move. But it's not fast enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little speed testing, and then we're going to move on to the next feature. Alright, so there it is. Now before I move on to the next feature, I'll explain how it works. It's very simple. Basically, this function finds the distance from the center of the screen. The mouse's distance from the center of the screen, rather. I take the mouse position as a vector too. And then I find the ratio between the mouse position and the camera's pixel width divided by 2, and then clamp that between -1 and 1. I need to clamp it because you can go out of bounds in Unity testing. As you can see, if it went over here, it would overflow and go into -1.2 or -1.5, or go over here and go into +1.2 and +1.5. So clamp prevents that. And camera down main pixel width is the width. Mouse position dot x is the x position of the mouse. And this prints it. This is for debug testing. This is for debug purposes, rather. And this value is used to multiply. This value is used to modify the player's velocity and move them around. So right now we're going to make this movement script a little more complicated. I'm going to define a list of variables called float array stats. Float array stats stores the stats that the player uses. What I'm considering right now, though, is whether or not I should use an array. I'm thinking I should actually use a sort of, I think it's hash map. I'm not really experienced in programming. I've only been doing it for a little bit, but I think it's hash map. By the way, you can let me know if any solution I come up with in these videos is impractical or inefficient or plain stupid, because I'm a stupid person, so and I'm definitely not perfect either. Okay. Sorry. It may have been a very surprised cut, but it appears that I've been doing completely wrong. I'm really sorry. I was supposed to use a dictionary, not a key value pair. Key value pair is basically just one instance of a dictionary. So what I want to do is I want to do stats agility now, plus no, plus equals no. Now, what I have to do is make the agility relevant. I'll make shift a quick vendor thing. Vendors are like the shops in this game. To give me some agility, you know, like little speed supplier. So yeah, you'll see the results of that very shortly. So I've decided to make speed into a property. Whoa, you can do that? Whoa. I'm learning as we go on. So, basically this is just gonna make it so that speed is used every time. I don't have to put plus speed plus agility, speed plus agility, speed plus agility, speed plus agility. You understand. So, now that I have that covered, I think we may want to make a test enemy to, you know, actually do all of the other stats. So let me just make that a little bit really fast. Oh, but first we have to test the agility. So I did a couple of things. I animated a guy, you know, he's the agility salesman. You know, I may or may not make him actually part of the party, but, you know, time will tell. And basically, what I aimed to do was add agility, and here you go. So as you can see, it plays a sound every time you go and do it. That's it, adding the agility. It's a crisp sound. I made it with BFXR. It's a really great tool. You should really check it out if you want to make some sound effects. But yeah, I made it with BFXR. And as you can see, I'm getting faster every time. I just like, oh, I can't get enough of it. But I'm gonna keep it coming. Oh my god, I love this grade so much, oh my god. You can barely handle it anymore. Look at him go. But yeah, that's what agility is supposed to do in game. Well, obviously not to that extent. In fact, I'm even considering, you know, making the importance of agility less significant. You know, maybe I should, considering how long this game is.